Hello Pisces, this is your February 1st to February 15th, 2017 read. Excuse me. I thought I had this correct. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Here's the back of those. And for the support cards, again, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. As usual, I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so I'm going to go ahead and get right in there. Alright, February 1st. Interesting time. Okay. I'm already thinking there's something from the past that you're wanting or that you're remembering. I got the Six of Cups here. Alright. This seems to be an underlying... This is what's around you. There's things from the past that are kind of floating around you and coming up to the forefront of your mind, and you're kind of remembering things due to reminders, like interesting reminders. That's it? Okay. The past is kind of floating around you. I feel like somebody from the past or a couple of issues from the past are coming back, but I don't really feel like they're... Some of them may not be to your liking, but nothing's like affecting your life. It's just like certain things, like certain words are popping up that are triggering memories, certain feelings and thoughts. People are saying things that are making you wonder, that type of thing. But it's pulling in of something. It's like remembering something. It's like you think a situation is repeating, but you're kind of pulling in some certain energy that's making that, like you're pulling in some energy there. That it's nostalgia, but it's like I feel like it's things that you really don't want to happen again, but you seem to be seeing like coincidences all around you. But I feel like it's your fears taking shape, and I feel like you're expecting something to happen, you're worrying about it, you're feeling it, and like things around you are showing up trying to validate how you feel. But I don't feel like this has to happen this way. Okay. Your overall energy from this is the release of bondage, release of being tied down. So I feel like when these things are coming up, they're purposely coming up so that you can release them. To like look at them in a different light and feel like, all right, this happened in the past and that was a problem in the past, but that is the past and I am done with that now. And circumstances or something about you has changed and that's not going to repeat again. Right, okay. So we know what this card is telling us now. That's good. There's something really good at the beginning of this. This is a new beginning. Like I feel really good about this, especially because after this in the reading, there's like victory and the Empress and the Knight of Swords and looking at the future, and there's like Knight of Cups down here. So when I see this card with other positive cards after it, it really makes me feel good about it. That means there's a positive change. Something good has happened. Something good is happening with my crazy hair. And we have an interesting situation because when this happens, like for some of you, this is like something clicks. Like you get this epiphany, like, oh, this is driving me nuts, but I don't even care. Kind of like my hair driving you crazy. Like a sense of peace. I think that's the epiphany. Like these things are popping up, but you're moving towards peace, and I feel like you're having a good feeling, a good moment, and that's when these things kind of come around, and they're coming around for you to resolve them and let them go, to put them to rest, to reevaluate them and be like, you know what, that was then, but this is why that's not going to happen again. This is why that's over. And so there's a new beginning for you. I'm kind of getting like a karma feel, like breaking of patterns, like you've recognized something from your past that keeps happening and you've kind of clicked in with like why it's happening. And you're able to look at it differently now. I feel like in the past it may have kind of subdued you or held you down because you didn't know exactly why things were happening and what to do about it. But there's an epiphany here that you have more tools at your disposal and you're seeing things differently and you're able to relook at these same situations and be empowered by them because you know that's done. That is not what is anymore. Okay. Did we talk about that? Okay, good. This next section I like because you have you going out and communicating. I feel like you're putting out there in one way or another. If it's somebody who's bothered you or there's a situation, you're doing something and communicating some way to make it clear that this is how you handle that now. And this is how this is taken care of now. This is the new way it's done, and this is how it's going to be from now on, or at the very least, it's not going to be like it was. That's the Knight of Swords, because I feel like he's quite aggressive. And not in a bad way, he's just standing up for himself. And that's a good thing. That's you. I feel like that's you. And then I feel like you make that stance, and I feel like you impress yourself. How should I put this? I don't want to be like you're all proud of yourself. Not like that. It's kind of like you're kind of like, well, maybe you're a little proud of yourself, but for a good reason, because you're seeing what you did, and you're seeing the results, and you're like, you know what, I am making this better. I am moving forward. And like the victory, like I feel like you're manifesting some victory. Like people, or whatever the situation is, you're pushing victory, and people are kind of like, I feel like you have some support in this, some good support. The support. Oops, there's a card flying out of my hand. The support is people who have your best interest at heart. I almost feel like part of the past was not having trust in the correct people. And this time you found either at least one person, if not more, or you've corrected relationships however you've needed to, and you have some very loving support, very dependable support. People who are very much into your best interest, as well as their own, but they consider you a part of like their heart too. Like you look out for them the way you look out for yourself, and thus vice versa. That's the word I want to say. Like this is a good symbiotic relationship. You look out for them, they look out for you, they look out for themselves. You know, it's like it's working well. It's a healthy relationship. Let's put it that way. I feel like it gets complicated depending on how you're taking it. Because I'm feeling like there were some bad situations or just some imbalance, but I feel like if there's someone around you who treats you better, or there's a healing of a relationship, that things are going a lot better now. Okay. I feel like you're more accepting as you move forward. Like this communication, this aggressive communication, and looking over what you've done and that success, and having that feeling returned back to you, because I feel like that's important. Like somebody or some people, somehow you're getting some type of support that's extremely healing for you. And I feel like you're able to look at yourself a lot better, a lot more favorably, and you're allowing yourself to see your strength and your value a lot more. Like, not that you were weak before, but now I feel like it's like things are coming more into focus, and you're seeing something that used to be a detriment more as an asset. Like you're seeing how that used to hold you down, but you're seeing like what you learned from it, and how you've strengthened from it, and how you're moving on from it. And you don't look at it back. You don't look back at it as much with regret as accomplishment. It's more of an accomplishment than a regret. It might have been a regret before. Okay. And this is the environment. I feel like not only is this happening at a great time where you're ready to do this, but I feel like I almost feel like some people around you are like, yeah, it's about time you saw your own self-worth. Like that type of feel. Like you have a lot of support. I feel like there's this support around you. I feel like they're kind of like, well, we always thought you were that. We always thought you were this good person. We always thought you were good at that. You know, we always thought you were more than that. But whatever it is you overcame, like they're like, yeah, of course you are. We always saw that in you. Like it's just like, I feel like it kind of feels like about time. Like the people around you are like, yeah, you are good. You're a good person. We like you. That's why we want you around. Like I feel like they're validating something. Okay. Now, the thing is, as you're looking at yourself more favorably, as this comes into focus, I feel like and I'm a Pisces too, as I've said in I don't know how many videos, even videos that aren't Pisces, that are other signs. There's an interesting thing going on here, because I feel like, especially being a Pisces myself, things just come back around, and sometimes you get a little self-conscious, is that what I want to say? There's little burdens here and there. They creep up, they creep out. Depending on the day, some days are more emotional than others. Some days you're okay, some days it just seems like there's a lot of weight to the world. I think it's a natural Pisces thing. Comment below if you don't, it's fine. Let me know. especially any water sign. I feel like water signs especially kind of flow in and out. These burdens, I don't feel like they're holding you down. I just feel like you're kind of touching on them. I feel like you're kind of looking at them a little bit more patiently. Like you're aware of how you feel a little bit, but you also feel like you're moving away from that. I feel like this is giving you a lot of hope for the future, a lot of healing for the future. And what is this, confidence? Yeah, I'm not surprised that's there. Because I feel like it's a lot more about your outlook and your confidence. I don't feel like it's about other people as much as your own self-worth and how you're seeing yourself. And I don't want this to be misconstrued like you didn't feel you were worth something before this. I just feel like you're honing something in. You're tuning something, and you're raising yourself. You're raising your vibration in some respect. Something like there's things from the past that you don't really like and you don't really want to think about, but I feel like you're facing them now and you're letting them strengthen you rather than like when you think about them you're like, oh boy, you know, or oh, this is going to happen again, or what if that happens again. I feel like you're kind of like reviewing it in a sense like, you know what, I'm not doing that road again, so if it does come around again, this is how I'm going to handle it this time, so I'm not worried about it now. Okay. I feel like that's kind of where we're at with this. Okay, that went pretty good. I feel it's a good reading. I do, in the sense of like I feel like it's a positive, uplifting reading. I don't really feel anything bad going on here. I feel like this is a very great moment for you, and the communication is key. When we look over this again, I feel like when you're talking to others, it's not only just internally, but it's like putting it out there too, and like. In some sense, I feel like you're owning up to something that nobody else feels like you have to own up to. It's just you need to verbalize something to release it for yourself. Yeah, I don't feel like anybody's waiting for you to say something, but I feel like you are waiting for you to say something. Like you need to get something off your chest to free yourself. And I don't really feel like it's an actual big deal in the sense of like it's not life-shattering, but I feel like to you, once it's freed, once it's said, it's a big lift. It's a big lift from your burdens. Big lift in your spirits. Okay. It empowers you. Because you see the support. Okay, it's not something, when you do speak this, it's like you feel the support. And it kind of lifts your spirits up. It kind of shows you some more support. It shows you how well connected you really are with the people that you care about and how much they care about you. Okay. Alright, that is your February 1st to 15th read. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email at jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.